Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small, the Unconventional Attorney. Today, I want to talk to you about whether or not you should have a law firm business partner. Before we get to that, though, I want to remind you, as always, if you are not subscribed to the world's greatest law firm owner newsletter of all time, you can subscribe by going to unconventionalnewsletter.com. Every Sunday, I send you some goodness, depending on what Sunday of the month it is. Sort of depends on what I send you. Week 1 is marketing. Week 2, advertising. Week 3, sales. Week 4, mindset. And week 5, when we have it, is a grab bag. But it's all amazing. Okay? Unconventionalnewsletter.com. All right. So I get asked this question every so often, and I am often confronted with people that have problems with their law firm partners in their business. And so I wanted to take a minute to talk about this, to give you some things to think about, some things to consider, and some realities, some truths, right? Hashtag truth tonight. 6:34 as I'm recording this, by the way. I've had a business partner before. I don't have one right now. That does not mean that you shouldn't have one, but you should really only have one if you are in very specific circumstances, all right? The first thing that I want you to know and understand when it comes to having a law firm partner, you do not need someone to help you do the legal work, okay? You do not need a business partner to help you do the legal work. You can hire someone to do that, okay? When it comes to the business, the time that you want to have a partner is if someone brings to the table a unique set of skills that you don't have, or they got the cash. That's it, all right? I can tell you a couple of examples of partnerships that I know that work really well. They're not in, the ones that I know of are, I know some law firm ones, but the one in particular that I'm thinking about is an accounting partnership, which is kind of the same thing. When you are starting your firm, when you're starting out, you need to really be able to do one thing. You need to be able to get clients. And if not everyone in the business is doing everything they can at the beginning, and really throughout the course of the life of the firm to get new business, then that person is dead weight at the beginning, particularly at the beginning, and they can be dead weight as time goes on, because they just keep doing the legal work and they keep making more money, but they're not actually contributing to the growth, to the success of the firm. Because believe it or not, doing the legal work is not the hard part. Doing the legal work is the easy part. You can find lawyers all over the place that are more than happy to come into your office and do whatever legal problem you put in front of them. Draft motions, argue cases, create estate plans, right? Like me, file bankruptcies. It doesn't matter. There are tremendous numbers of attorneys out there that are more than happy to show up to work, put their time in, grab a paycheck, be a part of a team, contribute. I'm not saying they're worthless, but I'm just saying there are a lot of those people out there. There are not a lot of people out there that can make the phone ring, that are dedicated to networking, that are willing to make phone calls and sort of get and hear a bunch of no's and talk to a bunch of weirdos, which is what happens when you do networking stuff, right? So those are the things that you're not encountering. The other side, by the way, so one other person that I would consider using when it comes to a business partner, or having when it comes to a business partner, is somebody that's really systems oriented, somebody that can sort of be like the COO, the chief organizational officer of the firm. So you need somebody that can make the phone ring, and then you need somebody to make sure that the building doesn't burn to the ground. Sometimes that person is the same person. In my firm, I'm that person. I'm everybody. But if you're going to grow, eventually you'll need to bring someone on to do one or the other. If somebody has a certain set of skills at the beginning and they're also willing to hustle for business, then that can also be a good match. I can tell you where discontent grows is when one person is doing everything they can to generate business, the other person is just doing the work, and it just doesn't feel like a fair partnership. It doesn't feel like things are going on. I got out of my partnership because I changed practice areas. I decided that I wanted to do estate planning and not criminal defense. I think you all have heard that story before. My business partner did not. He wanted to keep doing what he loved. He loved criminal defense. He loves it still to this day. He still does it. He's really good at it. And that's sort of the main reason why we broke up, was because I just decided I wanted to go do something else. So when it comes to business partners, it pick them well, because they're easy to get into and they're hard to get out of, and there can be a lot of pain and anguish and a lot of feelings involved. So if you're thinking about having a business partner because you need a crutch, because you need someone to like help support you, get a dog, okay? Or like a friend, I don't care. Have another return. Join the sanctuary, by the way. You can do all these things. And don't take on a business partner where you're gonna split your profits, you're gonna split your authority, you're gonna do all of these things, okay? Just don't do it. I'll talk about promoting people to partner within your firm later on, my ideas about that, because they're different. What I'm talking about here is starting a firm with someone that's gonna be 50-50, and have decision-making power, decision-making authority, and also high expectations. It's hard to find those people that are willing to hustle to make a firm work. It takes a lot of work at the beginning. It takes a lot of work in the middle. It takes a lot of work at the end. And some people just don't want that life. So choose wisely. Don't choose someone because they're a great attorney. It's not necessary for the business. You need someone that can make the phone ring, and that's it, basically, okay? So that's it. That's my thoughts on whether or not you should have a law firm partner. Like I said, I do know situations where it exists. In those cases, people are hustlers. Typically, one person is great at networking, one person is great at internet, right? Or they're both great at networking, but they both have their own different networks where they just go out there and they hustle and they both bring in business. So you want to have that symbiotic relationship, but you also want to have some of that yin and yang. If someone's just like you, unless they're just out there hustling up business, reconsider. Okay? All right, that is it. As always, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you have a question or comment, feel free to leave it. I will answer it. I will answer your question and I will respond to your comment, I promise. And if you know someone needs to hear this, please share it with them. And if you are not subscribed to the world's greatest law firm owner newsletter of all time, what are you doing? You're missing out. It's free. It's once a week. And it's amazing. Okay, go to unconventionalnewsletter.com and sign up. I'll send you some cool stuff. I'll talk to you more about the things that I'm thinking about, the things that I'm working on, things I don't always talk about here. This week we talked about the circle of focus, by the way, which I may talk about later, but I might not. And if you're not on the newsletter, you're not going to hear about it. Unconventionalnewsletter.com. All right, that is it. As always, I am Christopher Small. I am the Unconventional Attorney. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you again soon. See ya.